Hello students, hope you all are good. This is second video on database concepts. In this video, I will discuss about the relational database model, various database elements which are required to create a database. The very first database element in a database is tables. Table is what? Table is a structured format which uses rows and columns for storing data or information. So, a table is required to store data. A table is very much similar to a spreadsheet. You must have seen spreadsheet where the data is stored in rows and columns. So, it is similar to a spreadsheet only. The example of table is given on the next slide where I will discuss about the database, more database elements. Tables. Here I have taken patient table. In this patient table stores details about patients. This whole structure of row and column is known as table. The other name for a table is relation. The columns F code, name, phone, menu date and tested. These are known as columns, or columns are also known as fields. So the columns are vertical. Then if you see a row, horizontal format like 6473 Amit Sharma, then the phone number 9123568899, then 19 June 2017 T102. So this is one record of Amit Sharma. Similarly, Rose Matthews record is there. So horizontally, these are known as row or record. So these columns and rows, they together make a table. In a database, tables are required to store data in a systematic manner. Field. Field is also known as column or attribute. In a relational database, a set of data values of a particular type, that is known as field. Like in the following table, this is a department table. Two fields are there, DESIC code and designation. This DESIC code is storing the designations code. These are the codes. So they are storing the same type of values. Same way, designation is storing the designations, and this will store the same type of value. That means field contain the same type of value. If integer value means, if suppose we have taken the field roll number, then roll number will store all the roll numbers which will be of integer type. So same way, so these two fields will store similar type of values. So these are known as columns. Row, which is also known as record or tuple. Row is what? Row is the horizontal format in the table. As you know, a table contains rows and columns. So a row is the horizontal format in the table. A row is composed of fields and it contains details about a particular person or a company or for any item in a database, whatever information that particular table contains. In the following table, this is an employee table where three fields are there, and together these three fields make up a record. Like first record is for Ankur Mehta, which is E01, name is Ankur Mehta, designation code is MGR. So this will make up one record. Second record is for Deepika Gupta, which is EMPID E02, name Deepika Gupta, and her designation code is DIR. So this will make up a record. Domain. Domain is another database element in a relational database. Domain is what? It is a pool of values from where a field can draw its values. Means field will take its value from this domain. Like in the following table, there are 4 fields: serial number, then student name, status and city. Serial name number contains text values, student name contains again text values, status contains integer values and city contains text values. So this serial number will have its own domain from where it can draw its values. So these serial numbers can be S1, S2, S3. So you can fill any values from this domain. Then name, any name can be filled in this field, which can be taken from the domain, right? Then status contains only integer value, so it can be any whole number. Then city will have its own domain, so any city can be substituted in the following field. So these are known as domain. Relational database. What is a relational database? In a relational database, the data is organized into separate tables. Means for storing information, we will be creating separate tables in a relational database. And once we create the tables, then in order to retrieve data from more than one table at the same time with the help of a single query, we have to link the tables. And such a database in which the separate tables are there, and the tables can be linked together on the basis of a common column, that is known as a relational database. In the last slide, I have discussed about the relational database. That in a relational database, separate tables are created, and in order to link these tables, we have to link them on the basis of a common column. Now, as you can see, there are 3 tables: orders table, products table and orders details tables. These 3 tables are linked together on the basis of a common column. Always make it a point whenever we want to link the tables, then we can link them on the basis of a common column. So there should be a common column present in the tables which are to be linked. Let's take the first table, orders table. In orders table, you can see the fields are order ID, customer ID, date ordered, date required and status. And this table is linked with order details table. The fields in order details table are order ID, product ID, quantity and line number. These 2 tables are linked on the basis of the column order ID, which is present in both the tables. Why we are linking these 2 tables? Suppose I want to fetch the details of the order placed by a particular customer. So all the details of a particular order, so those details are stored in the order details table, and the customer who has ordered that particular item, so those details are stored in the orders table. So those are stored in orders table. So in order to fetch these details, we have to link these 2 tables, then only it is possible to fetch the records. So this is why we link the tables. Now, in the same way, we have linked order details and products table. In the products table, product ID field is there, and that field is present in the order details table too. So, on the basis of this field, we can link these two tables so that we can retrieve the data at the same time. Primary key. A primary key plays a very important role in a relational database. Let's understand primary key with the help of an example. In a school, in every class, many students are there, and every student is allotted a roll number for the unique identification of the student details. All the students are having names, but there may be a case कि one or two students or more than one student can have the same name. So, we cannot retrieve the student details through his or her name. There may be wrong data fetched. So, in order to fetch the student details, a unique identification number is allotted to them, which is roll number. So, through the roll number, student's record can be easily retrieved. In the same way, if we go for bank, in bank, every customer is given an account number, and this account number is unique for every customer, and this account number is useful for retrieving the customer details. If we go for reservation, we want to check the reservation details, then through the passenger number we can check the reservation details, and this passenger number is again unique for every passenger. So, in order to retrieve the details in any field, there is a unique identification number which is given. So, and we can impose this type of condition with the help of primary key. So, a primary key is the one which is unique for every record. So, it cannot be same. Plus, it cannot be left blank. Means it has to be allotted for every record. And every table in a relational database must have a primary key. In a table, a field or a group of fields can be designated as the primary key. In the following patient table, the P code, the F code is set as primary key, and this cannot be same. It is unique for every patient, and through this F code we can easily retrieve the details of the patient. Candidate key. A candidate key is the one which contains unique values and they cannot be left null. In a table, there can be more than one candidate key, and from among these candidate keys, a primary key is chosen. Like in a student table which store the details of students, there can be a field admission number, and one more field can be there which is phone number. The phone number of every student is unique. It cannot be same, and admission number is also unique for every student. So both these fields are known as candidate keys. But from among these two fields, only one key will be chosen as the primary key. A table can have more than one candidate keys, but as I said, definitely only one and only one primary key is to be chosen. Example of candidate key. this is the student table which is storing the student details. Here roll number and admission number. Both these fields can be used to uniquely identify each row in the table. So both these fields are candidate keys. But from among these two candidate keys, we can select one primary key. Admission number also contain unique values. Roll number also contains unique values. So that is why both these keys serve the purpose of primary key. So they are candidate key, but only one of the candidate key can become a primary key. Alternate key. As we have learnt about the candidate keys that there can be more than one candidate key in the table, but only one of the candidate key is selected as the primary key of the table. Rest of the candidate keys are called as alternate keys. In the last example, we have used one of the candidate key admission number as the primary key. The other candidate key roll number is the alternate key. A foreign key. A foreign key is again one of the important key in a relational database. When we want to link two or more tables, then we can establish a relationship between the tables with the help of foreign key. A foreign key is the non-key attribute whose value is derived from the primary key of another table. Means when you want to establish a relationship between the tables, then a primary key and foreign key relationship is used to link the tables. We'll study this foreign key with the help of an example in the next slide. Let's understand foreign key with the help of an example. Here we have taken two tables, employee and department. Employee table contains three fields, employee ID, employee name and DESIG code. The table department contains two fields only, DESIG code and designation. If I want to link these two tables, then I can link them on the basis of a common column which is DESIG code, and DESIG code is present in both the tables. This department table contains the designation details, the DESIG code is given and the designation contains the full designation. Now if I want to check any employee's designation, then I can link them on the basis of DESIG code. When the DESIG code matches, then we can retrieve the designation. So here in the department table, the DESIG code is the primary key, and in the employee table, this DESIG code would be set as foreign key, as foreign key is linked with the primary key of another table. When it is linked, so we can easily retrieve the employee designation. Thank you all. Stay connected and watch my more videos on SQL. Thank you.